Hello my lovelies, Barbara here with another tarot reading for the week ahead. It's Monday the 29th of December 2025. It is the last reading for this year. So I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. We're now in that funny period in between, aren't we, called Twixmas. You know, when you see adverts for coach holidays to come to us for Twixmas. That's the period we're in. So it's a funny, weird type of feeling. You know, all you're sort of getting over Christmas, and then you think, oh, it's New Year, I can start those New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to do this and that and everything else in 2026. And yeah, that's a great time to start thinking. So what does this reading bring from that, ready for that new year? So I'm going to use the Good Tarot. You see, it's quite a large deck. I mean, I've got quite big hands, and these are very, very large cards to use, but they're great. So I've obviously seen these cards. I've had a quick flick through. I will say that this week is regarding finances. And when you think about it, that makes sense. We've all the expense of Christmas and probably the expense of New Year. You know, New Year's Day, if you're going away or going out, have your family around or whatever. But the first card is not a pentacle. It's not an earth. It's actually a fire card. Now look at this amazing card. Let's try and get it quite. It's not a crisp card to look at, so it's, I'm not going to put it too close because it will just blur out of focus. Now it's the 10 of fire, so the 10 of wands. If you think about a ride away, the guy's there, he's struggling along with his 10 wands like in front of him because he should have really put them under his arm, but nevertheless he's nearly at the end of his journey. He can't see how close he is, but nevertheless he's near that line that he can step over and start something new, because remember, 1 + 0 = 1, so that's a seed, that's a new beginning of something. Perfect for the new year. However, the symbols in this, she's actually seeing exactly what she's doing, and she's setting fire to all these different notes. Now they could be writings, it could be lists she's done, it could be like what she's actually done throughout 2025. This one down here, which it's really difficult to see, could almost be music notes. So it could be music, how she's, you know, decided the music of 2025 will say an upbeat sort of sound, or it could be a really, you know, very sad type of sound. She's setting fire to it now. So whether it's notes or whether it's music, it doesn't matter. The whole point is she's seen what she's done, she's seen what she's accomplished, and she's letting it go, ready for something new and exciting. That's wonderful. That is a great place to be at the end of one year, ready to start something new. So that enables you, this is where the financial aspects come in. We've got the Page of Earth. Now look at this, isn't this beautiful? What's that behind him? Oh, it's just a rock. So rocks are sturdy for foundations. They're not going anywhere. This week, I will say, on a boringly sensible note, is the week to look at your finances. What have you spent over the last few months, not just Christmas time, but over the last few months? What can you anticipate coming into 2026? So of course we know prices are going to go up, things like that, but if you look back and you think, well, actually, I don't need this, I don't need that, that can go away. That will enable me to put that, say, $5.99, some sort of TV subscription that you've got. If I don't have that, that $5.99 can go into a savings account. Small, from little acorns, remember, great oaks grow. Oaks being earth signs as well. So we have that beginning of something really positive. This coming 2026 is the year that you can solidify your financial and materialistic goals, aims, whatever you want to call them, for the long-term future. It's not going to be easy. He is only a page, but it is doable. So perhaps if you're doing your New Year's resolutions, a lot of people do. I don't tend to do them because I do them throughout the year. But if you do, what do you want to draw towards you? Now, money doesn't have to be money. It can be a new house. It can be a new car. It can be all sorts of things. It can be saving up for a wedding. Doesn't matter. But I do feel 2026 is all about financial aspects and bringing that towards you, bringing that abundance towards you. Because if you do that, 2026 can be, look at that, the king of earth, so the king of pentacles. Look at him, he's amazing. Look at that, I love the antlers and everything like this. So if you have to start now, start planning. And I know I always say this, plan. You can only plan so far ahead. It's all very well saying, right, I'm going to now set up a pension plan so that by the time I'm 70, I'll be able to retire, blah, blah, blah. You don't know that far ahead what is going to happen. There's nothing wrong with making plans, because plans, okay, can change, but that can actually put sort of push you into a different direction anyway, which is far better than you initially planned. So don't think, oh, it's not worth doing anything this year, what's the point? Oh, prices are going up. You can do it, but you need to sit down with a spreadsheet or get somebody to do a spreadsheet or write it all down. Go through your bank statements over the last few months, 6 months even, and really think, where can you cut back? But what can you increase on? Perhaps you can put a little bit more into a pension plan. Perhaps you can put a little bit more in a piggy bank somewhere, just for, even if it's just to go away for a weekend or something like that. You can plan that this week. And if you plan it and if you put it down in writing, although it's not a sword or anything like that, you can, I keep saying that, anything like that. Oh, it's interesting. Oh, but there we are, slightly digressing there. It can be done. It is doable. But you've got to have, where is she? There she is. You've got to have that whole fiery aspect to actually get on and do it, because remember, fire is action. So it's an action week to do with finance. So, guess what you then get? Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it was a 6. It's the 6 of earth, and it's almost like a young version, almost of that king. 6s are all about moving on. It's about being in that position financially, materialistically, that you can help other people. Now, that can be guidance. Doesn't mean you're going to have to give them any money. I think that's come up recently, that 6 of Pentacles. I'm not sure. But nevertheless, it's that feeling of, do you know what? I can do that. I didn't think I could do that. But if you put it down literally on paper or on a computer or however you want to do it, notebook, doesn't matter. Don't expect you to use like a chalk and board. But hey, what if it floats your boat? Do it that way. At least you can rub it out as you go along. But nevertheless, you can put it down in writing. And that in itself will give you that passion and that ability to flip a neck. Yep, I can do that. This is doable. It might be about moving home. It might be about buying your own home. It might be, if you're renting, it might be, oh yeah, do you know what? I can afford more rent. I can go and live in that town or live in that part of where I'm living now and upgrade. I can do it. Take everything into consideration. Obviously, things are going to go up. Prices are going to go up. Things like that. But nevertheless, you can do that. Oh, nevertheless is a big word today as well. Because guess what? You end with, now, we've not had any cups. This is not to do with emotions or anything like that this week, or relationships. Well, in some respects it is. It's a relationship with money and finance. We've got no swords. We've got no, oh, I'm so worried. What you end up with, this beautiful Queen of Fire. And, oh, wow. Now, I didn't know this. It might be difficult to see here. You might see it better when I do the sort of video at the end. She is holding a candle that has a heart. The whole point being, if you take time out for yourself, that you do look at your finances and where you want to be in 2026, you have that ability, that 10 of Wands, to move yourself forward, to say, yes, I can do this. Look what you end up with, that amazing Queen of Wands, and that feeling of, I am safe. I love what I'm doing. I'm enabling myself to move on and to enjoy life and feel secure, because we all need some form of security in our lives, whether it's financial or whether, remember, earth can represent your family as well. So perhaps it might literally be, well, perhaps I need to move nearer to my family, or perhaps they need to move nearer to me. Perhaps I can actually if you've got a son or a daughter, perhaps they're struggling renting, have them back home if you can squeeze them in and it's not going to upset your status quo, whatever you're doing in your life. Think about the positive aspects of your finances, your family, everything that gives you that feeling of security within your life. This week, plan this week. Use those fire cards. So, get that momentum going to do something about it, because if you don't do it this week, you're going to keep going. It'll just be the repeat of the same old throughout 26. Use this week to plan and actually put in motion what you desire to come in within your security and financial aspects of your life. This is going to be a very energizing week. You've got the perfect opportunity that we are moving into a new year. So forget your normal New Year's resolutions. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do, mind you might save money that way if you cut back on takeaways or something like that. Think about, where do you want to be feeling it, within your life? My feet are on the ground. I can move forward and actually feel secure while doing it. Have a very fantastic week, even more fantastic new year. And I will see you next year. Have fun. Bye for now.